And we're good. That's cool. And we should just check. Yep. Cool, we'll get going in a sec. That's fine. Okay, so that's all working. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. And we just check this one to see if it actually picked up again or it needed to start. It did. It picked up the stream key. Very good. Very good. That's fine. So we can shut that down for a minute. So we're all ready to get going again. Let's going to shake around a lot more. So let's go inside. Right, we're doing motorbikes now. Let's go. Couldn't miss the motorbike bit, definitely. So these were fairly popular because they were cheap in the time, and not many had things to work with for transport. So motorcycles were an important part, and the sidecars for them were made in Australia for these. I remember that. I can't tell you too much. Yeah, that would have been a comp one. A competition bike. It reminds me of other things with it. So, the Honda with a geared drive. 1967 Honda P50. So mopeds were reasonably important. So an auto bike. That was interesting. They actually had two drives on it. It worked quite well. Now, what's that? Lexus scooter. I remember the old PMG scooters, the old Vespas. They were fairly special. Now, these are all the old road bikes. And I don't think we ever had an S90, but I do remember later having these around for watching. I remember those very well. The thing where they're so reliable. Pity they mucked them up for later. So the Vespa was a really important part of that, and the Postmaster General used to use them. Chicken cheap they used to be, but they used to be the PMG bikes. I remember assembling them as a kid. Wow. And plenty of people had turtles around too. So lots of people had the Kawasaki and the Honda, much the same. So for the trials people, there was the trials bike. For the scrambler, what we call motocross now, they had the scrambler. What else is around here? That's another Graves. And there is a Bullet. Bultaco Libito. So they did motocross and trials events, and it ended up being Sherco because they worked out the Sherpa T, which was a model of the Bully, and it was always strong. It was a really strong motorcycle. So, this an old MX360 Noah Quick. They didn't handle very well. You come against that Quick Smart. Speedway. Still played Speedway now. What's around the back? Oh, panel vans. Now, coming up. This is Andy Caldicott's bike. Andy Caldicott was from down in Keith. But he died during the rally too. I remember he was a really good rider. The old road book. The old road book. It's changed a lot. Similar idea. So the Kato lives. And he used to have a Suzuki RM. That looks like a 490. So he had two bikes. Interesting. Huh? Imagine travelling around the world with that. Now we come into crazy territory. Now, was that a HX or a H? That's a HX. I had a HZ, one of these. I had a HZ. That was the later model. That was a HX without the windows up the back. Classic V-dub. And then the Toyota Crown. Lots of people had these. They were reliable and cheap. I remember people had these too. My sister had one of these. It was an Austin 1800. This is the most reliable car out, and had a really crazy way of driving. But she had one of these. I remember that. And Saab ended up being folded because they couldn't compete. What's in here? There is the Australian-made Leyland Mini and the Moke. The Moke was an Australian variation of a Mini. Mum had one of these and it would break down everywhere. We used to call it Trixie because you never know whether it would work properly. I don't think we ever had one of those variations of Chryslers. We didn't have that. I remember having this one though. It's in really good nick. So just to bring that in, it was 3 on the tree, 3-speed manual. I was in pretty good nick. Made in Oz. All this manufacturing was either assembled or made in Oz, but now it's not. So A Rover. I remember Dad had one of these. This was he drove. He thought it was really nice. And I'm not sure there's a ball gourd here. He had a ball gourd too. I didn't bring enough battery power. Australian made. All Australian made. Now, lock up your daughters. Used to get a van which was brought in to the country, and they'd put a Holden motor in, so they had a 6-cylinder motor, and then you'd fill them out, bunk them and stuff. Now we do this. A lot of people do this now with the thing, with the vans from Japan and stuff. But they used to do these up. I remember as a kid, that was major. Is there a DeLorean here? Should check. And the caravan. Yeah, where are we? It'll catch up in a minute. Collapsible campers. Yeah, I think we're just about done. Postcard. I remember the mini bikes. They still make these. Remember someone had an XR75 as well. Wow, we lost it. I think we're going to can out in a minute. Put this down on the motorbikes.